Welcome to Once in a Blue Moon. I'm your favorite faceless, melanated mystic, guided by spirit and always on divine timing. You didn't land here by accident, so let's tap in and see what the Rebel deck has to say to each zodiac sign today. And each card will come with a quick interpretation and an action you can actually use, even if it stings just a little bit. And don't forget, once we hit one of our next big milestones, I'll start choosing random comments for free readings at the end of the future videos. So if this reading resonates, let me know in the comments. Let's start with Aries. The front of the card says, get the fuck outside, move your ass. The back says, your body is pissed at you. Now, Aries, you've been stewing in your own energy too long. Go sweat it out, touch some grass, and stop trying to overthink what's physical. Your next move should be to take action before the burnout takes you out. Next is Taurus. The front of the card says, you are being shady. The back says, watch out, shit could get ugly. So, Taurus, you're either holding something back or giving mixed energy. Somebody's about to call it out. Your next move should be to check your vibe before someone else checks you. Now, let's do Gemini. The front of the card says rebel, and the back says because fuck it. So, Gemini, you're overthinking again, and Spirit says go rogue. Do the opposite of what they expect, and your next move should shake the table. You're not here to be predictable. Next is Cancer. The front of the card says take a fucking trip, and the back says go see some shit. Do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. Cancer, you've been in your feelings. Spirit's prescribing a fresh scenery and a vibe check. Your next move should be to plan a getaway, even if it's just to your favorite cafe or a new part of town. Let's move on to the sign of Leo. The front of the card says you are the best thing to ever happen to you. And the back says go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. Leo, stop waiting for the end applause. Validate yourself, spoil yourself, and date yourself. In your next move, you should become a main character energy. No coke star needed. Okay, on to Virgo. The front of the card says stop talking, and the back says shut your mouth and listen. Virgo, you're giving advice when you should be receiving insight. Stop trying to fix things with words. And in your next move, just be still. Let others show your true intentions without your commentary. Now on to the Libras. The front of the card says, fuck, shit is about to get real. And the back of the card says, you need your people around you. Now Libra, something's shifting fast. Don't isolate yourself trying to keep it cute. Your next move should be to reach out to your support system before you spiral. Okay, now Scorpio. The front of the card says detox, and the back says drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. So Scorpio, you've got energetic clutter, people, emotions, and habits. Spirit says clear it now. Your next move should be to clean your space, clean your feet, and cleanse your aura. On to Sagittarius. The front of the card says you think someone is lying. The back says they are. Look, Sagittarius, trust your gut. You already know who or what's off. Stop giving them benefit of the doubt. Your next move should be to call it out or cut it off. On to the sign of Capricorn. The front of the card says winning. The back of the card says you got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Capricorn, things are finally lining up. Don't sabotage it trying to control the outcome. In your next move, you should just chill. Enjoy the win and trust the flow. Next is Aquarius. The front of the card says, it's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. The back says, you are a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others. Now, Aquarius, you've been deflecting. Own your role in this chaos, and that's where the power is. For your next move, just remember radical accountability equals radical freedom. Last but not least, Pisces. The front of the card says Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. The back of the card says, forgive, let that shit go. So Pisces, you've been dragging around emotional baggage that doesn't match your healing journey. Your next move should be to release. You can't create your future if you're married to your past. Now, I also pulled a collective bonus message, which is stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up, you're missing some cool shit. Spirits been whispering and you've been numbing out, avoiding, or spiritually snoozing. And it's time to re-engage. Magic is trying to find you. Now, with that being said, thank you for taking the time out with me today and continue to take the time out for yourself. And I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.
It's giving boss beach. It's giving boss beach. It's giving bad bitch. Never ever play me like I'm ass.